យុរបស់ប្រទេសជាហោក្នុងបកប្រតិមនុស្សទុកឲ្យអ្នកចោលបន្តពិសេសយូរទៅចាំណាចាំដែរណាមកចាំដែរចូលបាក់ទៅនោះអាចបានទៅចំពោះល្បិចកលដល់ទាំងអស់លើអ្នកគ្រប់គ្រងគណៈបកសម្រាប់ទីនិងយុវជននេះលោកតាំងសុខុនបានទទួលជូនប្រជាពលរដ្ឋថាគ្រប់អំពើរបស់កម្មសុខាគឺជាល្បិចកលបោកប្រាស់ប្រជាពលរដ្ឋតែប៉ុណ្ណោះទេជាពិសេសកម្មសុខាប្រើពាក្យគឺមួយបាក់តែពីអនាគតជានុយបញ្ឆោតមន្ត្រីដំណើរការរបស់សំរងទីឲ្យធ្លាក់ក្នុងលបាយបោកប្រាស់របស់កម្មសុខាការពីដើមឡើយគេប្រកាសគណៈបកប្រតិមនុស្សគេធ្វើអីគេប្រកាសកំណត់អាណត្តិនាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីកំណត់អាណត្តិប្រធានគណៈបកដូចគេថាអ្នកណាមកនៅគណៈបកប្រតិមនុស្សដល់ពីអាណត្តិបានទៅប្រកាសបានលើកវិបត្តិទី1ទី2បានធ្វើឈរជាបេក្ខជននាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីដល់ពីគណៈបកសំរងទីអ្នកដឹកនាំសំរងទីនោះធ្លាប់លើគណៈបកសំរងទីថាសំរងទីធ្វើមួយជីវិតយកឈ្មោះខ្លួនឯងដាក់គណៈបកតែមកណាដូចគ្នាដើម្បីឲ្យមានឱកាសធ្វើជាប្រធានបកហើយរត់មកចូលគណៈបកប្រតិមនុស្សហើយគេចង់បានអត់មកគេថាពីអាណត្តិទៀតកម្មប្រធាននោះគេនឹងឡើងធ្វើជាបករបស់អ្នកដែរណាដូចគ្នាតពីអាណត្តិបានអាណត្តិអត់គ្នាគណៈបកប្រជាជនចូលពីអាណត្តិដល់គ្នាទៀតគេគិតថាបើពីអាណត្តិគេនឹងធានាលើចេញពីគណៈបកហើយអ្នកណាធ្លាប់ធ្វើប្រធានបកហើយហ៊ានលើចេញណាអត់ទេណាដូចគ្នាដល់ទៅសង្គ្រោះខ្លួនគាត់ក៏ត្រូវធ្វើម៉េចសង្គ្រោះខ្លួនគាត់ក៏ត្រូវរហូតពីដល់តាមកិច្ចសន្យាពីអាណត្តិទៅបង្កើតគណៈបកថ្មីមួយឃើញទេគឺគណៈបកសង្គ្រោះជាតិហើយគាត់អាចខ្លាយខ្លួនទៅជាអនុប្រធានគណៈបកសង្គ្រោះជាតិរបស់ថ្ងៃនេះសម្រាប់ផ្លាស់ប្ដូរគឺជាមេតូរបស់បកសង្គ្រោះបានប្រើប្រាស់អស់រយៈពេលជិត20ឆ្នាំហើយមកទល់ថ្ងៃនេះប៉ុន្តែមិនធ្វើអ្វីដែលទូទៅខាងបានใจតោះដោយទៅវិញគឺឃើញទៅដងនយោបាយនៃបកប្រឆាំងទាំងពីររត់ក្រចុះក្រឡើងចេញពីសំរងទៅក្នុងសកាចេញពីសំសុខាមកគណៈបកប្រជាជនកម្ពុជាហើយកៅអីនាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីសម្រាប់អាណត្តិមួយប្រជាពលរដ្ឋនៅតែបន្តគ្រប់គ្រងសម្ដេចអគ្គមហាសេនាបតីដែលជួបប្រែចំណែកក្រុមស្រែកក្រោមកាន់តែចុះពីមួយថ្ងៃទៅមួយខែពីមួយខែទៅមួយឆ្នាំនេះហើយជាលទ្ធផលមកពីអំពើបោកប្រាស់សម្រាប់ផ្លាស់ប្ដូររបស់សំរងទីក៏ត្រូវកម្មសុខាយកមកប្រើប្រាស់ក្នុងការគូសស្នើបោកបញ្ឆោតប្រជាពលរដ្ឋផងដែរទីបំផុតពុំបានសម្រេចតាមប្រាថ្នារបស់បកប្រឆាំងទាំងពីរនោះទេចំណែកមូលហេតុសំខាន់នៅបរាជ័យរបស់មេបកប្រឆាំងទាំងពីរជាមួយប្រធានបទផ្លាស់ប្ដូរនេះត្រូវយកគុំសំខាន់អូនរួមទៅជាមួយកម្មសុខាគំរូពីបាត់ដូចចុះទៅនេះចូលពីនេះដើម្បីឲ្យបងប្អូនគាត់ដូច្នេះថ្ងៃនេះគាត់នឹងមានថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំចង់បញ្ជាក់ជូនលោកគ្រូថាគុំជឿអត់មានទេហើយខ្ញុំមិនលើកណាទេបើកាត់មកប្រទេសនេះខ្ញុំមកជាជាជូនថ្ងៃមួយណាខ្ញុំទៅពីទៅកូបរ៉េឯកការខ្ញុំជិះរថយន្តទៅដល់ទីរួមខេត្តហើយតាមកន្លែងយើងទៅខុសខ្លួនណាកន្លែងជិះបោះយើងជិះណាខ្ញុំជិះអូតូខ្ញុំជិះខ្លាំងមកយើងទៅទួខ្លាំងនិយាយទៅគ្រប់ខ្លួនដល់ជួបបងប្អូនជាពលរដ្ឋទាំងណាក៏ទៅជួបហើយតំណែងណាហើយខ្ញុំលាគាត់ត្រឡប់ទៅវិញដល់មកចាស់អូតូណាចាំឲ្យកណោទេគេមិនទៅអត់ទៅយើងមកនោះគេទៅបាត់បាត់ខ្លួនខ្ញុំនៅពេលចុះមិនខុសហ្នឹងហើយចង់ខំរបស់ដែរតែឃើញហើយដល់ចាំទៅដល់ចូលអាកន្លែងខ្ញុំកន្លែងខ្ញុំឯងទៅហើយយើងមិនទៅតែទេយ៉ាងដល់ទៅអីទៅបានទីដល់បងទៅដល់ទីកន្លែងបងប្អូនទាំងអស់ណានៅលើកោនៅមកហ្នឹងគេบอกណាអស់មួយហើយនឹងលើមួយឯងកន្លែងទីទីចឹងទៀតជាបងប្អូនឲ្យបងប្អូនដល់ចឹងខ្ញុំចូលចិត្តថាអូនៅបងឯងទៅនៅចឹងបងឯងច្បាស់អត់ខ្ញុំអត់ច្បាស់ដែរគូហើយបងច្បាស់វិញទៅខ្ញុំចង់និយាយថាបងទៅដល់ប៉ុណ្ណឹងទៅធានាណាបងប្អូនរបស់មួយបងយ៉ាងដឹកនាំមួយហើយខ្ញុំជួបជាបញ្ហាយ៉ាងណាមិនចឹងនិយាយថាដូចនេះហើយត្រូវពិចារណាមិនមកចុយដូចចេះចង់ឲ្យបងប្អូនចេះពិចារណាបាត់តែទៅបងប៉ុណ្ណឹងបានគិតថាឥឡូវមកនៅកណ្ដាលចៃទាញអាបងអាវទូបង hay lâu rồi bóng tia men thôi nè ôi hiện tại cái từ hay có đẹp không lâu cái năng quyết của bạn năng dân quyết của bạn nó chơi ngôi câu này đang ngon nó phải lắp đặt quyết điểm của đây
Seperti kitoan kalau ada doan kunci juga
Luôn cảnh cấm cực hạn trong lần kỳ vọng tổng thống nhiên tình bài không chặt hạ với đại lục
You can hear it. It's 6:30 in the morning. Yeah, this sounds as if it's sort of the middle of the afternoon or rush hour somewhere else. But this isn't rush hour. I've been saying to my colleagues who've been to Nigeria for the first time, you haven't been in a traffic jam until you've got to turn off your engine and sit there for at least an hour.
That's absolutely true in Kemi Fejika. I concur. I was in a traffic jam in Lagos, 4 hours just to drive 30 kilometers to the airport. Any views, Emmanuel, finally, you work in South Africa, but you do a lot of business in Nigeria, and I've heard that there are planes full of people seeking that gold, that oil, everything that Nigeria has to offer.
Completely true. I will tell you're having South African Airways and ARIC going daily to and fro to Nigeria, and it's always full. There is something happening there, and I listened to the young man Jafar that Nkem just interviewed just now. The frustration is there. On the contrary, what I would say is African youth has to be innovative. I've seen it in Africa in my travels. You don't wait for the government to come and put the food on the table for you any longer. Innovation, what I'm saying is, look at M-Pesa, the banking system in Kenya. Everybody was waiting for card system, whereas with leapfrog beyond that. We must come with creativity.
Okay, creativity is the key to making the African growth story relevant and permeate all across society.
So thank you very much indeed. Much more from Johannesburg, from Lagos and Freetown coming up for you in the next half hour here on Newsday from the BBC World Service, where Jim has a summary of the main stories next, if you can stay with us. The BBC World Service.
BBC presents the Wimbledon Tennis Championships with extensive coverage in Sport Today and Sports World and online at bbcworldservice.com. Wimbledon 2013 from the BBC.
This is Newsday with Andrew Peach in London. I'm Lara Tumbera at Wits University, Johannesburg.
As hundreds of thousands of Brazilians protest in cities across the country, we'll be asking in the next few minutes why the protesters are still on the streets there.
We've got an exclusive interview with the President of Sierra Leone as our Africa Rising theme continues with guests across the continent.
And Miami Heat hold on to the NBA Championship. Details on the way after today's main stories. BBC News with Jim Lee. Up to 1 million people have taken part in protests in about 100 cities across Brazil, the latest in a wave of demonstrations over poor public services, corruption and the high cost of next year's Football World Cup. In many places, the protests turned violent and police used tear gas and rubber bullets to clear the streets. In the capital, Brasilia, the Congress and Foreign Ministry were attacked. President Dilma Rousseff has called an emergency meeting to discuss the unrest. Air pollution in Singapore has continued to soar, reaching a record level on Friday, which is considered potentially life-threatening to people who are ill or elderly. Singapore says the pollution is caused by smoke from forest fires in Indonesia and has warned people to stay indoors where possible. The survival of Greece's government is in doubt after coalition party leaders failed to reach agreement on the future of the national broadcaster ERT. Prime Minister Antonis Samaras closed the broadcaster last week to save money, provoking outrage among his left-wing partners. The smallest coalition partner, Democratic Left, has suggested it may withdraw its support. Israeli police say a security guard has shot dead an Israeli Jewish man at the Wailing Wall in Jerusalem, one of Judaism's holiest sites. They said the guard mistook the man for a Palestinian militant after he shouted Allah Akbar, God is great, in Arabic. The US authorities have approved the unrestricted sale of the morning after pill, lifting all age limits on the purchase of emergency contraception. Up till now, the morning after pill could only be bought without a prescription by women aged 15 or older. In basketball, the Miami Heat have won the NBA championship in the United States for the second year in a row. The Heat beat the San Antonio Spurs by 95 points to 88 to clinch the series 4-3. LeBron James was named the most valuable player of the finals. BBC News.
Thanks to Jim at the news desk. Welcome to Newsday from the BBC World Service. It's Andrew with you here in London. Lorata, as you've heard, is looking at the story of Africa's growth in Johannesburg. We're live there. We're live in Freetown with our interview with the President of Sierra Leone. And our business reporter Nkemi Fejika is on the streets of Lagos. And also, we're keeping you up to date with today's big sports stories, Matthew.
We are. Jim's just told you about the Miami Heat winning the NBA crown. I can tell you that Miami is party central at the moment. Loads of ticker tape in the arena, loads of people out on the streets letting off fireworks and banging pots and pans. I'll also be telling you about Spain thrashing Tahiti. That's not surprising. It was 10-0 in the Confederations Cup. A bit more tight in the other game because Uruguay just beat Nigeria 2-1.
Everything you need to know about coming up for you this morning here on Newsday.
Good morning to you. I'm coming to you live from Wits University, Johannesburg. Andrew Peach said I'm back in the classroom. No, sorry, Andrew. I'm back in the dining hall where a scrumptious breakfast is being prepared for the BBC team.
Same as always. I might have known Lorata. That's all we're trying to do.
But it's a privilege reserved for very few people because, as you know, hunger and poverty are still pervasive issues in Africa, and so is the privilege of an access to education and an education that leads to jobs. And that's central to the issue we're discussing today. Is Africa rising? This growth story of Africa, does it have meaning to everybody on the continent? So we're speaking to people in Lagos, in Johannesburg, and Sierra Leone. Without further ado, let's go straight to Sierra Leone. The country's been enjoying a promising financial health since emerging from a devastating war. However, according to the United Nations, youth unemployment is still a very serious threat to the peace that prevails in the country today. The lack of jobs is one of the main issues that's been raised by many of you on our BBC Africa Facebook page, and it's something that we have posed to the Sierra Leonean President, Ernest Bai Koroma, who asked some of your questions too. Here's one resident, though, from Freetown. It's Anthony, who had this question for the President.
I have a message for my President, our President. What do you intend to do about the youth and unemployment? It's so scary. You see so many young graduates floating around the streets without job. Mr. President, what do you intend doing in that regard?
Okay, we've asked the President that. Newsday's Alison G got some answers on behalf of Anthony and many of our listeners.
The unemployment issue generally is of great concern to us. We will focus on taking the steps that will ensure that we reduce to a great extent the unemployment levels among the youths.
So what specifically are those steps that you're taking?
Well, most importantly, we have a youth ministry. The purpose here is to ensure that we focus our attention on how we can transform the youths to being more productive and to participate in the great transformation that we are engaging